Tonight, it's the National Football League. Super Bowl 56. The Cleveland Browns taking on Trey Lance and the New Orleans Saints.
So much has happened since the Super Bowl was last in this part of the U.S. in the early 90s. The Rams and Chargers have both returned to L.A., and they've constructed this incredible new palace for football, SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. And it will be the scene tonight for Super Bowl 56. And what a matchup we have. Tonight, it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the AFC champion Cleveland Browns taking on the NFC champions, the New Orleans Saints. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand, and CD, all eyes on the AFC champs. A lot of folks out there in Ohio have waited a long time for this night. What a story. The Cleveland Browns, their first Super Bowl appearance ever.
I would say there are a lot of tears to go with that joy, right? And it's tears of appreciation, tears of patience. As you pointed out, it's been a long time. Remember, this team was 0-16 just 4 years ago. Made it to the playoffs in 2020, got the road win in Pittsburgh, and now here they are in the Super Bowl. And you have to go back to 1964 for their last NFL title, pre-Super Bowl era, when they beat the Baltimore Colts 27-0.
Meanwhile, for the New Orleans Saints, quite a series of events led them to this point. You had Drew Brees retired seasons into a year ago, and you think about all the heartbreaking postseason losses that this team went through the last few years, but they pulled it together, CD, and find themselves in the big game for just the second time in franchise history.
And they thought they would have been here multiple times before. You've got to respect this franchise and this organization, though, don't you? Because they've somehow been able to move past all those tough losses. The Minneapolis Miracle, the pass interference no call, going out at home the last 2 years, first in overtime in Minnesota on another controversial play, and then to Tom Brady last year. A resilient bunch, this New Orleans Saints team.
On first down, Lance. They'll try and set up the screen to ETN. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Lance going to throw. And that's complete to ETN out of the backfield. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. Now just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 46. To throw, it's Lance. Throw over the middle, going to be caught here by Mo Alley-Cox. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Lance. He'll get this out to the flat for ETN. And he'll get nothing out of that one. So that'll be no better than an incompletion. And that'll make it 2nd and 10. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Now Lance again. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The perennial Pro Bowler Aaron Donald gets the sack. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Lance looking to throw it. Now that's into the hands of Mo Alley-Cox, the tight end. And he'll only get this to about the 35, well short of the line to gain. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. Gano's kick is good. And the Saints are going to take a 3-0 lead. 3 points, probably not going to win this Super Bowl, but at least you get something on the opening drive.
And it's certainly not going to lose it. So the bottom line is, come away with the points now, come back and get greedy later, and try and put it in the end zone.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. So here are the Browns under head coach Kevin Stefanski, leading him out in his second season from Oklahoma by way of Alabama. It's Jalen Hurts.
And he's been sensational all season long, but he saved his best work for the playoffs, leading his guys to the AFC Championship a couple of weeks ago. And now he knows what lies ahead. He's going to need to play a near-perfect 4 quarters of football to get his guys to the finish line.
And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout as there's a Saints player down here on the field. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Hurts. While the traders take a look, we'll step aside. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big play there on the catch and run. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Henry with a run on 1st down, but he's not going anywhere as they'll get to him a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage. 2nd down, they go again with Henry. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he'll get nothing there. Stopped right at the line as that will wind us down to the end of this first quarter of play. So 2nd and goal, and the big man Henry alone in the backfield. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. 3rd and goal, a big play in this Super Bowl. Eluding the pressure right. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. With a first touchdown of this Super Bowl and a long one at that. And the Browns have taken the lead. They were looking to pass the ball there, but they forgot to account for the man with the football.
Yeah, I can hear people right now saying, well, why don't you have a spy in your defense, someone who will dance with him and go where he goes? Well, oftentimes if you utilize a spy, you've taken away someone in coverage as well. And oftentimes, the spy, not as athletic as the guy he's trying to keep up with, so he gets defeated anyway.
And he turns 3rd and goal into a touchdown. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. And Lance will have the first down as he's able to slide to avoid the contact there at the end of the play. Well, Charles, in the past, a lot of people called this offense one-dimensional.
I think you did.
Well,
it was you.
Be honest, I did. I think the fan base is hoping with this young rookie that they can put some wrinkles in this offense like we just. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Daquan Jones fighting his way home to get the sack. They've got 2nd and 12 from the 36. A handoff for Etienne. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 3rd down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard. Shotgun now for Lance. Sliding out of the pocket. And And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker. On fourth down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. Back deep, the former All-Pro Tyler Lockett. Oh, boy, he fielded it right on the goal line. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore.
Well, this had trouble written all over from the start. He's got 2 extra defensive backs in the game he's got to deal with. They're in a dime set. So everywhere he's looking, he's seeing a different color jersey. And sure enough, this one winds up being intercepted.
Meanwhile, Lance's throw taken in by Edwards. 7 yards, the pickup there. A shotgun snap and a give to ETN. And he will get enough for a 1st down, and that will lead us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes on the clock in the 2nd quarter of this Super Bowl. Lance now on 1st down. Hits his target, the tight end, Mo Alley Cox. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Working from the gun, Lance. And that's caught left side by Mo Alley Cox. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. Now Lance. He'll get that underneath ETN. And he's going to get the 1st down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Lance looks to throw again. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Bryan Edwards there to make the grab. And once again, the Saints are back out in front. Gano the extra point, and the lead is now 10-7. That time a 6-play drive, and it ends with a touchdown for New Orleans. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Browns drive about to get started. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
This Super Bowl, of course, just a huge one for this head coach. The first time he's walked the sidelines in a game of this magnitude. And you know, I might normally ask the cliche, what's going through his mind right now? But maybe the better question, CD, what do you think are the pitfalls of being a first-time head coach in this game?
Well, you know it's something that he thought about, Brandon, and he had to.
That is pulled in by a Diamond Kelsey. And now the clock will stop as he's able to get up and spike it here. 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. Gonna throw deep for the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Tyler in the final seconds of the first half. And the Browns have retaken the lead. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead is now 14-10. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it's capped off by the Browns' touchdown. So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. Nine seconds to play, likely the final snap of the first half as it's 1st and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. A final shot before half for Lance. And that is incomplete. So these two teams will head to the locker room as we hit halftime in Super Bowl 56. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. What a season this has been. Hard to believe it ends tonight, as we'll get back to you guys for the second half of this Super Bowl in just a moment. It's been a tremendous season of football, but it's not over yet. One half remains to decide who will stand on the podium with the Vince Lombardi Trophy. And to call the second half, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Browns drive about to get started. And I think you'd have to say their coaching staff, all things considered, had to be pleased with their performance in the first half of this Super Bowl.
Definitely pleased, doing their best not to show it to their team, of course, because as you and I both know, their mantra all season long has been finish. Get the job done. They know how close they are to lifting that trophy. One more solid half of football, and they can do exactly that.
This will be caught at Samuel. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. Dre Greenlaw in there on the tackle. Play action. Here's Hurts. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's Johnny Hecker now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. No return, but it goes down as just a punt of 31 yards. And the Saints will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Lance now on 1st down. That's into the hands of Edwards. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. Throwing on 1st down is Lance. Over the middle, complete. It's Cannon. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Here's a give to Etienne, and he stopped immediately there. Now we've got whistles, and the man slow to get up here is Jones. We'll check on his status when we get back. Another tote for Etienne. And this will wind up as Saints 1st down as good running gets him to about the 44.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
On 1st and 10, it's ETN. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And now they'll throw with Lance. A short throw. This is caught by Cox.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
From midfield, here's Lance. Open man is Edwards. He's got it. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 31-yard line.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. On 2nd and 11 now. Lance throwing the out route and complete. It's Edwards. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. 1 quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
On 1st down, right back to ETN. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Here's Lance. He'll drop that underneath to ETN. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21. The Saints on 3rd down. They've been very good. 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. Lance now to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he is out of bounds here. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd goal. Williams. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Throwing now is Lance. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Juju Smith-Schuster there to make the grab. And the Saints have regained the lead in the 2nd half of this Super Bowl. Extra point try good by Gano. And it's now 17-14. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And this could become a career-defining drive for some. Down 3, 4th quarter of the Super Bowl. This is where the legends are made in the National Football League as they begin this drive 1st and 10. A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Again, it's Henry. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. They find some open field here. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Hurts trying to hurry up the offense. He's back to throw. It's Kelsey on the ground. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Dancing to his left. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the first, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movement. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to be what we call a flatliner. Level in everything he does and read the clock, feel it in the pocket, and go at the appropriate time.
Trying to punch it in with Henry. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow! Wow!
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And with time of factor here late, he'll just take a knee, and they'll start things out at the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. One possession game, time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And the Browns have just about sewn up this football game. For the Browns, good starting field position as they have it 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. And they take a knee.
I don't know why we did it, but we went to their final walkthrough for some reason. And what did we see? Their last play in walkthrough was taking a knee and celebrating winning a Super Bowl. They want that visualization. They did it for real.
Yeah, they just scripted it out. Defense can't stop the clock, and they can watch the final seconds tick. And how about this? The dog pound gets the crown. The Cleveland Browns are the Super Bowl champs. And when this moment comes, I think you look back at all the blood, sweat, and tears, the offseason, the workouts, training camp, week 1, 2, 3, all building up now to say you're a Super Bowl champion. It's worth it.
It certainly is, and rarely do we have a team that hoists the Lombardi Trophy that didn't have their share of bumps along the way, didn't have to face some adversity in the journey. And now they get to just enjoy it and revel in it. And all offseason, they'll be signing their autographs with Super Bowl champion underneath it.
And they end this year just how everybody wants to end the year. holding the Lombardi Trophy. What a season for them. What a ride it's been for us as well here in the booth. For Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We will see you next season right here on EA Sports.
Yo, DJ, put a nigga back to the record, baby, and give me this right now.